Hey, what's up YouTube? Here's another update on the car, plus a few other things that have happened over the last couple of weeks. So you'll see that it's still here, the UFO. That should have gone last week. Someone turned up to buy it last weekend, got Kitt out of the garage, put the UFO out onto the driveway, which took me quite a while to do that. Pushed it all back in, got everything ready. They turned up in a big truck. They drove for 3 hours to get here to pick this up. They were going to put it in the back of a truck and then take it all the way back up the north of the country. So I don't know, about 160 miles maybe, 150, 160 miles. A 6-hour round trip, and the UFO was outside on the driveway. I made it really easy for them to pick it up, and I even told them the weight of the UFO. I told them the width, the length, is pretty much the same either way anyway, the height of it and how much it weighed. It was undercover, so because I thought it was going to rain. They turned up, we put it on the lift to get it in the back of the truck, and it didn't fit. The UFO was about 4 inches too wide for the van. I know, you just couldn't make it up. So I've still got it here at the moment. I don't know what's going on with it. So as soon as I can get rid of that, then I'm going to have more space to obviously do other things with the Kitt project. I've got lots of other things to bring down from the top of the garage. I've got my chairs, the center console and everything to build and to clean up. So I need that gone really. So first thing is, if you know anyone that wants to buy my UFO, the project, yeah, all the videos are on my channel as you probably know, then let me know. It's got lights around the bottom of the craft. Yeah, it's got an electric door powered by an actuator and everything else. So just take a look at the video. If you know anyone that wants to buy it, it's still for sale, let me know and we can work something out. Anyway, so moving on to the Kitt project. We've spent the last few weeks pulling out the dashboard, so you can see here how much of a mess it is. The dashboard is literally, dashboard is down there. So this is where we are at the moment. An absolute mess, wires everywhere, but this is what we're going to have to do so that I'm happy. So that's where we are at the moment. You know, it's going okay. It's, you know, it's taken a little bit of time, but I've said that this is the stage we're at the moment. It's just going to take a bit of time. There's not really much we can do about it. You can't rush this part of the build. We just need to spend a bit of time going through everything, all the wires and all that. Right, so on to the most important part of the video. Now, I don't know what to do. The situation is, as you know, I've got a hard top. I don't know whether to cut this and make it a T-top or just leave it as a hard top. I've been thinking about this ever since I bought the car. Initially, I was going to leave it a hard top, and then I decided no, I was going to change it to a T-top. Then I decided that I was going to leave it a hard top, and now I'm thinking about actually changing it to a T-top. So I don't know what to do. I'm really kind of undecided at the moment. So let me know what you think I should do. Leave a comment. Right, the situation is, right, yes, it's a hard top and obviously it's not going to leak. Okay, my last car I had was a T-top. That didn't leak though. That didn't leak either. Some people say that because it's a T-top, there's a chances of it leaking around the T-bar. Yes, they do sometimes leak, but if you seal everything up correctly and properly, it's not going to leak. My last one was absolutely fine. Not only that, I'm not going to be taking my car out in the bad weather anyway. You know, if it's wet outside, I'm not going to be taking the car out anyway. And if it happens to rain, then so be it, if I'm already out somewhere at a car show. So I don't know what to do. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. The reason why I can't make my mind up is because everything else on this car is going to be exactly what I want out of a Kitt replica. Once this is done, I mean, it does only have the 3.1 V6 engine, but I can live with that. That really doesn't bother me at all. The engine size doesn't bother me. Yeah, it's automatic. That's the most important thing, because my last one was a manual gearbox, as you probably know. Everything else on this car is going to be exactly how I want it to be. I'm going to have 15-inch wheels, brand new interior, brand new electrics, obviously my turbo hood. I've got my fog lights already on. I've got the proper nose. I've got the rear bumper. I've got a clear glass rear hatch. All my internal electronics will be brand new. I'm going to add tons more features and advanced things on this one. So everything on this car is going to be exactly how I want it to look, apart from it not being a T-bar. Now, what I'm worried about, and this is definitely the stage where you need to think about things like this. If I don't make this a T-bar and I completely finish the car, I don't want to regret not changing it to a T-bar roof, because there's a chance that I will. And the way I'm looking at it at the moment, if there's a chance that I am going to regret not doing the roof, then my gut instinct tells me, then just do it. Not only that, but if I go to car shows and if anyone says to me, oh, it's a lovely car, Paul, but it's not a T-bar. It doesn't have glass in the roof. You know, if anyone ever mentions anything like that, it might just really start to get to me after a while. And again, I'm going to probably regret not making it into a T-bar. Now, there are obviously things to bear in mind when I change it, if I do change the roof. Now, as far as I know, and I'm not going to do this completely on my own, I've got some people that can help me to do it. In fact, I've got people that I can give the car to actually do it. That isn't a problem. Actually getting the work done isn't a problem. It's obviously going to be more money. So I'm looking at probably about $2,500, which is about £2,000 here in the UK. So I'm looking at about £2,500. Around that sort of figure. Might be able to get it for a bit cheaper depending who does it. But this is the situation I'm faced with. All this work I've done to the car, you know, especially after the engine bay, you know, especially after I've done all the engine bay, haven't I? I mean, that looks lovely. So I've done all this work, and my gut instinct says to me, look, just do it how I want it to look. Because I don't want to have to sell this car on and then build another one, because I don't have time. I've got other things I want to build. I've got other cars I want to build, other movie cars, and there's different stuff out there that I want to do. And these cars obviously take up a lot of time to build. If I don't do this now, if I don't finish this car and, you know, keep it and use it for what it is, then I'm going to have to then go and build another one if I'm not happy with the end result on this. And that's going to take me another 2 years. So that's going to be like another 3 or 4 years from now until I've got another car, until I've got another Kitt which has got a T-bar roof. So I'm thinking about changing it to a T-bar. Let me know in the comments what you think I should do. I'm really, really not sure. My gut instinct says to me, change it to a T-bar, because I keep thinking about doing it. I do like the hard tops. I think they're really nice. Once that all gets sprayed and it's going to be a nice gloss black, it's going to look lovely. Now, I'm not saying that the hard tops don't look nice. They do. That's just that I've always looked at Knight Rider and always thought that he had glass in the roofs. Obviously, like, he had the ejector seat and all of that, didn't he? So being a Kitt, it has to be a T-bar. And I don't want to make the roof look like a T-bar either. Some people have said to me, well, Paul, you can make the roof look like a T-bar, put all these seals on the top and all these pieces of like rubber and stuff. I don't want to do that. If I'm going to have a Kitt replica like this, and this is going to look amazing when it's finished. All the time and all the effort that I would have put into this car when it's finished, the last thing I want to do is pretend that it has a T-bar, you know, and put strips across the roof. I don't want to do that. Now, I'm not saying that no one should do it. If someone wants to do that, that's fine. But I just don't know if I could bring myself to actually pretend that it's a T-bar, you know, not after I've spent tens of thousands of pounds on the car. So I don't know what to do. I've not decided 100% as of yet, but I now am leaning more towards changing this to a T-bar roof. Now, as far as I know, these have to be cut across there, somewhere across there, and somewhere down there. So basically the entire roof comes off. Obviously I'm going to have to take the rear hatch off, and then the new one goes on. Now there's obviously, you know, it's not quite that simple. There are certain things you need to make sure that you do and don't do. I won't get into all of that now. I've done a fair bit of research on it. But the end result will be I've got a T-bar roof, and the car will be 100% exactly what I want. If I don't make it a T-bar roof, then I might get to the end, I might complete the car, and then it's just going to sit there, and I'm going to look at it one day and think to myself, why didn't I change it to a T-bar roof? And I don't want to run the risk. Not after all the money that I'm going to plough into this car. It's going to cost me thousands. It's already cost me a lot of money, as you know. So, I'm really not 100% sure if I should leave it like this. And my gut instinct is telling me, just change it. Just spend a bit more money on it. Because at the moment, I mean, look at the car. It's already a mess. Yeah, I've got stuff everywhere in the garage. Half of the dashboard, all the dashboard is there, look. So, if I'm going to change it to a T-bar roof, I might as well do it soon. I might as well just cut it out in the next couple of months and then sort of just go from there. Because look at this, I can't drive the car anyway for at least another 2 or 3 months because the dashboard is all out. Everything inside is just a mess. So let me know what you think. Some people have said to me, I mean, I posted a couple of questions on some Facebook groups, and I'll be honest, most people said to me, leave it as it is, and only a very small amount of people said to me, change it to a T-bar. So there are some people like me that would want to change it, but most people maybe just looked at the costs and maybe looked at the time that it was going to take. Now, I do respect people's opinions. I always listen to what people say, and I always take it on board, absolutely. At the same time though, I am the one spending the money on this, and this is costing me a lot of money, and by the end of it, I think by the time I'm finished this car, I'm probably gonna not be far off what my last one cost me by the time I'm finished. By the time everything's done, the paintwork, electronics, and all of that. I think at the moment, after I bought the car, and now I've done all the engine bay, and I've done some other upgrades and mechanical repairs, I think I'm at about £14,000. This is what the car's cost me so far, around 14 grand. So I've got about another, I would say another £15,000 left to spend on the car before it's finished. So I'm going to be looking at nearly £30,000 by the time I'm finished the car. And for the sake of another maybe £1,500, you know, maybe about another $2,500, I can change the roof to a T-bar and have nice glass in the top there. Also, what that means is, and this is probably something that a lot of people don't really think about, is when you change it to a T-bar, you've then got obviously glass on the inside of, you know, of the interior. When you get the fiberglass section, interior roof, the roof panel section, yeah, that will obviously come with the gap here, and that's where the glass will be. If I leave it as a hard top, I need to make this look like a T-bar from the inside. So that's additional work I'm going to have to do anyway if I leave it a hard top. Yeah, I'm going to have to blank out these areas here with black carpet or black acrylic plastic, something like that, so that when I'm driving the car from the inside it looks like I've got a T-bar, because that's obviously what it needs to look like. And I know some people do this, some people don't bother, but I will definitely do this, or I would have definitely done this if I'm going to leave this as a hard top. So if I do change it to a T-top, I don't need to do any of that. I can obviously just do the inside like I did my last one, because it's a real T-bar roof. So there's lots to think about. So that's where we are at the moment. I mean, you know, I wasn't sure if I was going to make this video or not. I'm just kind of like saying what's on my mind. I don't know what to do 100% as of yet, and this is kind of slowing the project down, because if I do decide to do the roof, I obviously need to have the money to do that, and that needs to get done before we do any of the paintwork. Yeah, that's obvious. So that all needs to get done, and at the moment I really don't know what to do. So if you want to leave a comment, it would be really good if you could all just leave a comment, let me know what you think I should do. If I should go with my gut instinct and just do it, and I think I should, but it's always nice to hear other people's opinions. Yeah, so so that's where we are at the moment. It's coming along though. The car is coming along nicely. I've got all of this stuff down here to sort out. That is literally all the dashboard there. What I'll do, I'll just give you a little tour of the inside, a bit more of a close-up, so you can see how bad it really is. Yeah, you can see in there, look, there's a lot of wires and lots of things still left to do. However, it isn't as bad as probably what it looks like on this video, because we know what we're going to do, and all of these plugs and wires and everything have obviously got a place, and we know what they've come out of. So it's only a case of putting everything back how it was, but we're just going to improve things before we do that, before we get to that stage. And that's the back. Yeah, so there you go. So there you go, guys. That's the update on the Kitt project. Yeah, probably not what you expected to hear maybe at this stage, because I thought I had decided what to do and what not to do a couple of months ago when it came to the roof, but I've had many sleepless nights trying to decide what to do, and I'm just not sure. I am leaning more towards changing it to a T-bar, as I said, but leave a comment, let me know what you think I should do, and we'll go from there. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not already. Hope you're enjoying all the videos I've got of the Kitt project, and we've got lots more other stuff to come. after the UFO goes, we're going to have lots more bits and pieces that we're going to build, and we're going to make videos around, plus some new projects that are going to be coming very soon. Nothing to do with the Kitt project, brand new projects that I've got in the pipeline, so watch out for those as well. I'll see you in the next video.